Today our philosophical Wednesday, but I recorded it a bit earlier. And today I want to talk about the quote of Sartre that what's matter is not what has been made of us, but what we make of what has been made of us. And it's quite a deep topic, you know, and it's related to the technology that. We ourselves are the product of the society, our parents, and a lot of different factors. But what's really matter, what we do with the result of creation of all these factors further. And so the Sartre actually is quite interesting guy. He was a bit of communistic, unfortunately, but this neo existentialism actually is quite an interesting topic, and how it's actually relevant in engineering. That sometimes we are lucky, right? And we are the founding engineers, and we start the architecture ourselves, and we actually shape where we move, and it's actually create the illusion that we creating something from scratch. But in practice, even on this situation, we already heavily dependent on the work of the previous people. So they somehow make us, and they somehow make the constraints in which we actually operate. And the main question, what we will do with these constraints? Will we be the victim of these constraints, or will we find a way of find the stronger side of these constraints and build on top of them the systems that actually get the best of this? And it's more philosophical and more fundamental that we could think. So it's really a matter of what we make from the things that we get in our hands, and how we see the problems, how we solve them, how we actually apply all the knowledge that we have. And sometimes the stuff that was too limited open, completely different point of view and perspectives on the things that we are doing. Actually, quite often forgetting uh, this important factor that we're building on top of something that already exists always. Doesn't really matter. Even if we create a completely new product, we rely on the social brain of our predecessors and their work, and maybe some fundamentals of the mathematics, the fundamentals of the physics, and yeah, so that's really matter what we could do with all these fundamentals, how we could combine them, and how we could move it forward. And that's also another uh, quite important thing of the engineering that expired with this statement that we quite often supporting the legacy systems. And it's really important not how they was made, but how we actually, what we do with the systems, how we extend them, how we continue them to keep them the operational, how we find the new ways of doing the stuff, but still keeping the best parts of the things that help us to move to the point where we are, or how we decide that maybe it's a time to do something different. So we never start from empty page on practice. We all start our engineering story or engineering uh, novel from the page 15 actually, because we already, or 17, whatever you like. And maybe it's not the first character, maybe it's somewhere in the middle of the book of somebody else's journey. We don't know, because yeah, we just get something even unconscious that we need to continue, or we need to decide what to do with it. And actually, it's the main engineering skill that was formulated with Sutter, and what we make of what we have been given actually it's the description of an engineering role on steroids, because we start in the middle of somebody else's journey and continue it and make this successful or fail completely. It's sometimes up to you, sometimes up to some more complex set of causality events, but uh, I try to explain that philosophy is, the foundation of engineering. And I guess that Sutter really described the life of the engineer just in this statement, even if he was talking of some existentialism and all of the things that, on the first point of view, quite far actually. Uh, from the engineering topics. So I will leave this statement with you and think about it. Uh, how was you made? What was given to your hands? And what you want to do with all the things, and what you want to create, and how you want to shape actually your own future and the future of your own products.